Hello world, welcome back to Accelerate and welcome back to the Mk1 Audi TT build series.
Yeah, now we're going a bit risky today. I bought a universal spoiler.
Right, now why the heck have you bought a universal spoiler?
Right, now there's not many options available for the Mk1 TT. The one I did want, I can't remember the name of it, but it's huge, which we love putting big spoilers.
Yeah.
It's like 700 odd quid.
And as we know, this car is eating your money up. I will back you up on that.
It's destroying me. I've got a set of tyres in the back of it and that need to go on as well now. And we just found out Stance Plus. Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. They've already gone, they're already leaking. So anyway, so I got to start saving for that. So instead, I bought an £80 universal spoiler, which I got for 66.
So, and not only that, the reason we said we're going a bit risky, universal stuff is, as it says, universal. It's not meant for this car. So, we're going to have to get creative, and I like your idea. We'll explain that first of all. Let's do an unboxing because I haven't seen it.
No, you haven't.
You've had a look because you knew we were going
I
a
had to
bit
get new hardware because I know we have to really modify this thing. It doesn't just bolt on.
Yeah, now
So,
I'm very curious.
Hey,
yeah.
It still might not.
Let's see what's in the box. So these are the standard legs that come with the universal spoiler, and they are the little feet. But
Sorry.
that is what we're not going to be using.
But yeah, this
Bruce doesn't approve of that.
Yeah, these actually we're not using them.
So we partner.
This is replacing it.
Right, that's going to need some explanation.
It is definitely going to need some explanation.
These are universal. As we know, the rear of the TT is a bit of a funky shape. So Kenny's had the idea. It's basically file that down to make it.
We got to cut it.
Yeah,
we actually got to cut it, and I got to try and figure out what shape we're going to cut that. It's a nylon block.
Yes.
That was like £21, I think. But it should be the right thickness. But we have to angle it right and everything just to get the tilt. I'll show you.
I think you've downplayed this how easy this is going to be, but and the next thing is, hello.
Look at his face. He's like, hey.
We don't do universal. Yeah, I just wanted to catch the blade. Oh.
Blade.
Does he kill vampires and stuff?
He does. A daywalker, they call him. Now, I thought this was actually a lot narrower than it is, but it's not.
Just watching you struggle.
Thank you.
Yeah, when you told me, it was, oh, wow.
Wow.
Again, the way you explained it to me, it was quite small.
I thought it was narrow. I thought it was like this big. I really did like the TTRS.
Wow, yeah, because I think that we should explain, there's a lot of universal spoilers out there. Kenny went for this one because it sort of resembles a TTRS, and I think he just misses his TTRS a lot.
I really do. Yeah, now I didn't want anything with end plates that you bolt on because they do look very fast and furious.
Hey, that's what I'm doing on mine.
Says it all. But no, I just like the flow.
I like
this
that.
is like the M2 competition style.
I was just going to say, people will notice. That's basically what it's based on. Isn't
exactly. Yeah. Now I think being the shape of the TT, I think that it will suit it a bit more with these.
Because a lot of universal ones are just straight, aren't they? So I think that's a good shout personally.
Well, we'll see when we get on it. But yeah, that's the Shabonka.
Yeah. That's the legs fitted to the blade, and what we want to show you now is the reason you paid for that massive chunk of nylon there is because, right, we'll have to flip this around now.
Yes.
And rotate it.
Just going to put it on the back though, because the front's not going to work.
This,
Come with me.
Really excited to see.
Yeah, now look at the tilt on our rear boot.
Yeah, so as you can see, the line does go whoop. Do you know what? Wow, it's not as crazy as I thought it was going to be.
No, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and I mean that in a good way.
Yeah,
but it's still.
I want it.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do next is measure up where these feet have to sit up roughly, basically, just so we can start marking up for the tilt. Because obviously we can't leave it like that. That's going to create up force.
Yeah, you'd be taken off.
Yes.
Yeah. So the issue.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Whoops. Nah, sorry.
Yeah. So obviously, as you can see, like Kenny said, the angle of the boot makes the spoiler sit very.
Which is why I don't think there's many options available for this. So if we can try and get it, say there.
And the nylon block. The idea is to fill that area there.
And we can try and get it up a bit as well. And if this does work and it sits right, I'm going to have new legs made And I want it around here. So, but we're going to see what it looks like first.
Yeah, listen, baby steps.
Yeah, baby steps.
The goal with a nylon block is to essentially create a leveling spacer to bring the spoiler to the position we need in both angle and height. Kenny began by measuring and cutting the block into 2 pieces using a jigsaw. This actually took a lot longer than we thought. That nylon is pretty tough stuff. Always use eye protection. Once we'd finally cut through the block, we had to clean the edges up and it actually fused itself back together.
Melted back together.
Yep, there was definitely some heat created there. We tried to clean up the edges using an aggressive grit sandpaper on a mouse sander, but even that proved to be very time consuming. Next up, we had to figure out the angle at which the spoiler was going to sit so we could cut the block accordingly. Kenny then found a bigger tool to clean up the edges. One spoiler razor thingy, done. First block is done. I said all that stress for a little triangle.
Yeah, no, it's not the neatest, but you're not going to see any of the axis under the spoiler.
And we can, all the finessing we can do a bit later. So the idea is now to basically replicate that for the other side, and then it's drill
the
some
holes. And then we should be able to mount it up.
Because it's not as big as I thought.
That's what she said.
It's not.
I've been hearing that my whole life. Yeah, drilling the holes, and you've bought extra long bolts to go in there.
I have. I've bought mega long bolts so we can just trim them down. The idea was obviously you can cut metal easy enough, so that's what we're going to do. But yeah, we got to replicate this now on the other piece, and fingers crossed we can get it close.
The tools seem to be disagreeing with you.
They really do.
We test fitted the spoiler onto the first block to make sure Kenny was happy with how it sat now. Once happy, we replicated the block. We now have 1 block, 2 blocks.
And Ken block now.
Again, that's Ken's block. So we've got the block spacer things.
Yeah, spacers we'll call them.
And the main thing, let's get a bit nerdy. So we've had to drill holes because we're not just spacing it up. We're actually changing the angle. It was a bit more complex than we thought because instead of drilling straight lines, if you drill the straight line, the bolts wouldn't line up because we've changed the angle. But I don't know how best to explain it because this...
Basically, because we're changing the lean angle of the spoiler, we got that there. So we don't want the bolt hole come in straight from there that way, yeah? Because it won't work. So we've got to have the bolt hole come in at an angle. We got to, as you said, we got to get some rubber, I would say rubber style washers. Yeah. Just to give it that little bit movement, obviously, because there's going to be a gap underneath where we put the bolts through. But that's something we'll worry about another time. Yeah, that's easy enough to do.
It'll be easier to explain as we go along, but we started measuring out and thought, hang on, if we did it straight, it wouldn't catch on the spot. Again, we'll explain as we go, but...
Yeah, but I think with it, don't judge, I've got to clean these, sand them, finish them.
This is mocking up
But they are literally, exactly. So yeah, we're going to drill, well, I got to take the boot liner out now.
Yep, yeah, this is the scary part because... We've lined up the holes. We are literally ready to drill.
We are.
Well, you're ready to drill.
I was going to say,
I wouldn't trust me with it.
I wouldn't trust you either. I'll do it.
To gain access to the underside of the boot, we needed to remove the interior trim. Whenever you plan to drill a hole, we always advise using a punch or something similar to create a starting point for your drill bit to stop it wandering and keep it in line. Now the scary part, the drilling. We started off by using a smaller drill bit to create a pilot hole. This makes it easier to cut through the metal when drilling with the bigger drill bits and helps with accuracy. We then used a step drill bit, or Christmas tree bit as they're also known, which allows you to choose how big of a hole you want to drill. The boot of the TT is double skinned, so we made sure to drill the inner skin too. Once the holes were drilled, it was simply a case of feeding the bolts through the boot, through the blocks, into the spoiler legs, which was harder than it sounded. This is how the spoiler sits for now, and the reason we're saying for now, there's still a few bits that need finessing, and like you said, you want to get some better hardware.
Yeah, I had to just pick up some weird, like Phillips head bolt. They look like coach bolts, I think they're more like that.
Yeah.
But I had to buy them from Watt yesterday just to get something, so I got to order some online now. We've got the correct sizes.
Yeah.
But
something we can get a bit more tension.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, and obviously I need to finish the blocks off a bit more. I need to tighten them. But yeah, I need to finish the blocks. I can cap them off nice, paint them. And yeah, but it's quite sturdy, isn't it?
So it's to get it on, that's basically, we just wanted it on today to see how it's going to fit and where it's going to sit and how high you wanted it. But height-wise, for now, I'm
quite happy with that, to be honest. I did want it a bit higher originally, but I think it actually flows quite well with the car.
And I do want to... sorry, Bruce. I do want to say for now, and I know you've said it before, you were sick of it looking like a TT with stickers, but like the plan that you've got is going to go with the spoiler.
Well, I'm going to teach... sorry, I teach. I'm going to educate everyone.
Teach me a lesson.
Teach! I'm going to give you a little hint. And that's not me. I'm not bulking up.
No, he doesn't need a
I'm not bulking up, but the car will be.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then we are on about changing the livery possibly the end of the year.
Yes.
If you guys are any good at doing liveries and stuff for us, we want to redesign the accelerator. I have SCI in, but I haven't heard nothing back off him for a few weeks. But yeah, if you guys are any good on the computer.
Yeah, because like we said, you're in way too deep with this car now, so you're stuck with
I told you what it owes me earlier, didn't I?
Yeah, it's quite scary.
And I'm like, oh my God, I should have kept the Porsche, fixed it, put wheels on it, exhaust, everything. Yeah, no, not quite that
It could have been the
deep, but I'm
fastest
deeper.
box the rest on the planet.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, so we are going to go a bit nuts with this now. But I think now it's okay seeing in the garage, but I want to see what it looks like outside.
Sorry.
Spoiler fitted outside, it looks even more crazy than it does inside.
It does. We have agreed that obviously we'd like it to be further back,
Yeah.
but we can't because of the original spoiler. However, if anyone's out there who could make me some new legs.
Yeah, we do need to find someone. If any of you guys know a place that can, I'm sure there's a place down by where I used to work that will laser cut things, basically design our own leg to make it sit out a bit further and basically get it sat where you want.
I was going to say, if we can get it in, you know, to kick out here in line with this,
yeah, because it does
that'd
look
be
a bit
perfect.
Yeah.
But from every other angle, apart from I really like it.
Yeah, that's the main
I think
thing.
it does work. I know it's not to everyone's taste. It's never gonna be.
No, heck
my car.
no.
We need it to be crazy, so.
Yeah, and it's getting me excited because it's like going back to what we normally do, just
You gotta have a big wing
improvising.
on anything you do, haven't you?
Exactly.
You've got to have a big wing on everything.
Go
We done it
big
with the
or go
Civic,
home.
you know?
Yeah.
Evo was Evo.
Yeah, yeah.
So
no, it is mad. So like I said, it's making me excited for the other stuff we've got planned for this.
yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it for now. If you let us know what you think in the comments, guys, and if you know of any people that can help us out with anything we've said, let us know. But for now, thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We will see you in the next one.
Big wing!